Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl once again. It's Gine and it's Gine Signatures. So today I'll be making this beautiful Bubu dress, Bubu gown with a sequins and of course a fringe. I know I've already had something like this on the tutorial on my channel, sorry, but this is just like a little bit different from what I have, so I decided to share it. Yeah. So if this is what you're interested in, please kindly watch till the end, and please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. And to all my amazing subscribers, thank you all. I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you for the love and thank you for the care. And so, without wasting further ado, we're just going to be getting right into the cotton proper. So sit well, relax, and enjoy the ride as we go along. Thank you. So yes, I have my fabric folded on the table. On the table here, I have what I'll be needing. But after laying it down, I decided to reduce the width because my client told me she didn't want the bubble to be too big. So I'm just going to be reducing it shortly. Yeah, so whatever you want yours to get through, like the length of your sleeve, you place your tape at the middle part of your back neckline and then you bring the tape right down and then you get the length of the sleeve you would want. Or alternatively, you can just divide your shoulder measurement into two and then you take your normal sleeve measurement and then you add it to that and then you get what you want. And like I said, for this boo-boo, we're going to be adding a fringe to the lower part. So what you need to do is to subtract the length of your fringe from the total length of the bubble you'll be making so that you get the actual length you would be needing for this. So now I was just trying to ascertain what I'll be needing on fold. That was why I was just trying to mark the neckline first and then ascertain it very well. So I discovered that this was going to be way too big for what my client requested. So I'll be removing like 3 inches or 4 inches or thereabouts. I'll be reducing it and then I'll cut the excess out so that we can go right into cutting of the fabric. So that is what I'm marking. I'll be marking 22 inches here on fold all the way down. So I'll do this quickly so that we won't waste time. I'm going to be doing it off camera and then I'll be back so that we'll go right ahead into the tutorial proper. So I've gone ahead to do that and this is what I have on the table. You can see that it's smaller than the way it was before. So you can see that it's smaller than the way it was before. Yeah, so the first thing I'll be marking now is to get my neck width. So the neck width and then the neck depth. For the neck width I made use of 4 inches and then for the neck depth I made use of 6.5 inches. And right at the edge of the fabric I'm going to be coming down by 1.5 inches for my shoulder slope or my shoulder slant as we call it. And so I'll be slanting that all the way to meet my neckline as you see me do. This is quite easy, it's quite beginner friendly and it's direct and straight to the point. So this is going to be a V neckline, so I'll just be connecting my neck width to my neck depth like so. And so the next thing I'm going to be doing is to get our round sleeve. That is where our hand is going to be coming out. So for the round sleeve, it's going to be a little bogus, but not very bogus. Yeah, so I'll just be coming down for a round sleeve because I measured my client and I came down by 12 inches. Yeah. So that by the time I remove my sewing allowances and all, I'll come back to 11 inches. Yeah. So I added my sewing allowance to that. That was what gave me 12 inches. And right from that point, I'll be coming in by 2 inches because I want that area slanted. I don't want it straight. But if you want to leave yours straight, please, you can just leave it straight as it is, but I just want that place slanted like so. And so the next thing I'll be doing now is to get my waist measurement, or my shoulder to my waist, where I'll be marking my waist measurement, because of course I'll be making use of my waist and my hip measurement respectively, because we don't want the gown to be too bogus, so we want it to have a little shape. So that is why I'll be making use of my waist and then my hip measurement. So you can measure your shoulder to waist and then your shoulder to your hip respectively. And so that is me marking my shoulder to my hip, and then I'll be rolling that out on a straight line. And so right on my waist measurement, I'll be dividing my waist measurement by 4, and then I'll be marking that, and then I'm going to be adding only 1 inch for ease, and then 1 inch for sewing allowance. I don't want it to be too bogus like I told you. So if you want yours to be very bogus, just make use of your hip line from this waist area and then collect all the way down. Yeah, if you want it very big and bogus, you make use of your hip measurement. You don't need your waist measurement. But like I said, my client has to have a little bit of shape. She does not want it to be too big, so that is why I'm making use of my waist measurement. So right here on the hip measurement, I'll be dividing my hip measurement into 4, and whatever that is, and I'll add 1 inch for ease and then 1 inch for sewing allowance respectively. And so that is what I'm about to do right about now. And so whatever I have on my hip measurement is what I'll be automatically taking to the length of the gown. That is where the fringe is going to be starting from. Yeah, for now that is the length of the gown. Sorry, my camera did not capture that, but whatever measurement I had on my hip measurement with the sewing allowances, that was what I transferred to the length of the gown. So I'll be connecting that like so. So you connect the hip to the length, and then you're going to be connecting your waist to your hip. And then of course when we come to this other part where the armhole or where the hand is going to be coming out, you just make use of your free hand, or if you feel like you can make use of your pattern master to get it, or your curve ruler, just go ahead and do whatever you want to do. But I would prefer to use my free hand, and then I'll connect it like so. So now we have it. You can see that it's easy as A and B and C. So we are basically through with the front parts, and I'll just go ahead and cut out the back, but let me just cut this out, and then we'll go over to cutting of the back. So you can see I'd already gone ahead to cut it out, so you can see what I have there. So for the shoulder slant, I was just trying to explain that don't forget to add 1/2 inch for your hemming or join allowance on the shoulder area. So I've placed the front and folded my fabric into 2, and then I'll be cutting out exactly what I have here. The only difference I'll be having here is the neck depth for the back, because the neck depth for the back is not going to be very deep, but every other thing is going to remain the same. So that is why I just placed it like so, and then I'll be cutting it out so that you would see that whatever we have in the front is what we're going to be having at the back, with the exception of the neck depth. Yeah. So I'm through with that. So I'll be removing. Okay, I'll just slide this down a little bit so that the camera can capture that. And then the neck width, I'm going to be notching that so that I will know where my neck width is for the back. So like I said, you don't need a zipper allowance for this. Just make sure or ensure that the neck width is okay, can accommodate your client's head so that it would be easy for your client to wear. And then for the back, I just came down by 1.5 inches. And then I made a round neckline, and then that is what I'm just cutting out. So you can see, and voila, this is what we have. So you can see that this is quite beginner friendly and it's direct and easy to achieve. So to this, I'll now cut out the front neckline as you see me do. So this is going to be having a lining. It's not going to be having a facing, because my client told me that she would want a lining for this, so I got a lining for this. So I'll be cutting out exactly the way it is. That is how I'll be cutting out a lining for that. I don't want to go through the orders of showing you how to cut a lining. Just place exactly what you have like this. Place, fold into two, and then cut out exactly what you have. Okay? Yeah. So now I'll just go up by 2 inches so that I'll notch where I'll be fixing my pockets later on, because this is going to be having a side pocket, side seam pocket, yeah. So that's what I was just trying to notch there. So I'm opening this front like so that I would show you how I'm going to be cutting out the sequins part. So I'll be making use of a sequins to adorn the front part of this bubu. So yeah, this is what I have. I have a chocolate colored sequins, as you can see. So I'll be showing you how to go about having a neat finishing for this very shortly. So I'll be cutting out that place that does not have sequins, because it's of no use, because I want the place that has sequins. So, excuse me, I'll cut this out so that it will be easy for me to maneuver whatever I want to do. So yes, this is what I have. And so I'll be folding this into two. And while measuring my client, I made sure I asked her where she would want a sequence to get to. That is the V part, and she told me she would want it to be around a navel area. So that will go far below half length, yeah, a little bit. So that was what I did. So I'm just folding the fabric into two, and then I'll be folding the sequence into two as well, so that I would be able to get out the neckline appropriately. So I'll be folding this into two, that is the sequence. So this sequence is not up to a yard, is half a yard that I made use of. And I made use of this, and I still used it for my client's daughter as well. Just that I didn't show the version of the little girl's one, so it's like exactly what the mother has that I made for the daughter as well. And I still made use of this half yard sequence to achieve all that. So now I'm placing these into two, and I placed on fold, as you can see. Just try and arrange it. You know that this sequence can be very funny, so you need to make sure that you place it very well so that it will not roll or flip over. So that is what I was just trying to ascertain here, as you can see. So I just want to cut out the neckline before I would cut the V part for the lower part. So Let me just trace this out. Just take it easy. You can use pins to hold it down if you feel like you can't get it properly. So I'm just cutting it out like so, and then I'll come to the shoulder area like so, and I'll cut it out the excesses like so as well. Yeah, so now I haven't gotten the neckline. The next thing to do is just to get the V part that we have in the front. So I'll be placing it like so, and then I'll be getting the V line. So wherever you want your V to get to, you can just go ahead and do that. So like I told you, I had already gotten where my client wanted us to get to. So I'll just measure from the shoulder. I'm going to be measuring 22 inches down. So that is where I'll be marking the V of this design. So if you like, you can make yours short, and if you like, you can make yours longer. This is entirely your choice or whatever you want. So that you can see I placed the tape like so, and then I'll be getting the length, which is 22 inches. That is what I just got. And so I'll be cutting out the excess so that I'll be able to maneuver whatever I want to do. So let me just use my ruler and then draw a slanted line from that place that I marked the length of the V neck or the V pattern, and then I'll draw the V all the way to the shoulder area. As you are seeing me doing, just do exactly what I'm doing and you're going to be achieving the same thing. And so be cutting this out. So before you cut out, just make sure you confirm what you have done so that you won't run into any problem. So that was what I was just trying to confirm. Yeah, so I just confirmed that, and then I'll be cutting that out like so. So just take it easy when you are cutting this, because you know sequins can be very funny when cutting. So you need to make sure you have a very sharp scissors to do that. So I've cut that out, and this is what we have. So let me just like make this place smoother, because it was not smooth when I cut it out. So yeah, and so this is what we have. So when you open it up, this is what you're going to be having. This is exactly what you should have when you have done yours as well. And so let me just quickly place it on my fabric so that you would see how it looks. So you can see the way it looks. This is how the V shape came out to be, and it's looking very beautiful. So before you can sew it or attach it to your fabric, you need to use a gum stay or a hair stay or whatever stay that you can get your hand on. That is what you'll be making use of. So let me quickly bring mine and show you, and then because I will be ironing and interfacing to this, because if you don't iron and interfacing before sewing it, oh la la, you're just going to be glued on that. You won't be able to achieve Jack Robinson. So if you want your work to be smooth and clean and neat, like you would need to have a clean job, all you need to do is to make sure that you iron and interfacing. Just make sure you hire an interfacing on this, and this interfacing will make the fabric, this sequence, not to be stretchy. You know, it's a stretchy fabric naturally. So by the time you give this a very good press at interfacing, as you can see, I've introduced that. When you iron it on it, it won't be stretchy again, and when you're sewing, you're going to be sewing it effortlessly. Yeah, so that is the whole essence of having this ironed on the fabric. So let me quickly do that and then join the shoulders, and I'll be right back to show you the next step. So yes, you can see I've gone ahead to turn it, as you can see, and I made use of a ribbon, like a velvet ribbon, to close up the edges because I wanted to have a very good job. And as you can see, I've turned it around with my lining, so you can see that our dress is coming out already beautiful. It's very beautiful and it's very neat. So if you want a neat job, especially when you're making use of sequins like this, I would advise that you make use of the ribbon, the velvet ribbon. It gives it a kind of big and neat look rather. So this is the back. I've already used my lining to turn it as well. You can see I turned everywhere all the way, both the side seams and all, because I want a neat job for this. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is just to join the shoulders. And when you want to join the shoulders, we usually use one lining of one fabric to turn it so that the seams will be embedded into it, so that it won't be visible and so that it will be neat. So that is what I'll be doing, so that my shoulders will sit neat and perfect. And after I must have done that, I'll be showing you how I'm going to be attaching the sequins on the sleeves as well. So this is my pocket. You know, I told you that I was going to be attaching a side seam pocket. So these are the pockets. We have two for each side. So I'll be attaching this as well while I'm closing up my clothes or my gown. So let me quickly go and do all that, and I'll be back to show you the next thing to do. Okay, yeah, let me just place the front, the back on the front, sorry, and then quickly join the shoulders first. I'll join the shoulders, and then I'll come back to show you how I'm going to be attaching the sleeves, the sequins on the sleeves area. So yes, I've done one side of the sleeve. There, I did this with camera so that it will be fast. I don't want us to waste time. Yeah. So I'll be showing you how I'm going to be doing the other side. As you can see, I flipped it to this side so that I would show you what I'm going to be doing here. So I have my sequence and I had it on fold. I didn't use a single fold. This was really intentional. I wanted the sleeve area to be heavy, to have weight. I didn't want it to be too light, but I felt like using only one will make it light. So I felt like, let me just double it up and then see how it's going to be, and it came out good. So you're going to be placing it on the wrong side, like as you see me do exactly. Just place it like so, run half an inch under, and then you flip over, run half an inch like so to join it together, and then after you must have run half an inch, and then you flip over like so, and then you run a stitch on the sequence like so. So that is how you're going to be doing it, and that's how you're going to be achieving what I achieved on the other sleeve. So let me quickly do that, close up my side seams, fix my pockets, and then I'll be right back to show you the next thing. So after having done that, this is what we have. So you can see that our clothes is coming out beautiful. It's looking beautiful and it's looking neat, as you can see. So this is the whole essence of everything we've been doing. You need to have a good job. So you can see everywhere is closed up, everything is looking neat and beautiful. So you can see our side pockets well hidden. So the last thing we're going to be doing now is just to attach our fringe. And so I'll be making use of my fringe. I've shown a tutorial on how to attach this. I have it like on my channel. So if you feel you don't know how to attach this, please kindly watch it out. Check it out and watch it. So I'll just quickly do this off camera, and then of course you saw it on the thumbnail, and then you'll be seeing it at the end of the video as well. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please kindly like, kindly share, and kindly subscribe. Yeah, please always leave encouraging comments. I would appreciate that. Thank you all. So thank you all and God bless you. See you all on my next tutorial, and this is Genie Signatures as usual, and I'm signing out. Bye.